All right, so we got diverse workouts for diverse needs: HIIT, yoga, Pilates, and I want to say swimming as well. These add a lot more variety. When people think working out, they think the usual running, steady, like at a steady pace for a while, or at the gym lifting weights, or doing some circuit training or gym classes. Now, these are all good in their own right, but it's pretty hard to stick to one type of workout and only do that. You want to mix a range of workouts because they all cover different needs, specialities, and excel in different areas. Kind of like a nutrient balanced diet. You want to have a variety when it comes to exercise as well to cover all bases. So with HIIT, I want to say my go-to, I would have to say, if I had to pick one, is Tabata training, and it's 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. What I mean by that is it's a form of high intensity interval training, which is what it is, but it's the most efficient from my experience in terms of fat burn, even strength gain, and just overall workout feeling, yet being time efficient as well. So you can do 4 minutes is the minimum I would recommend. And I even do 4-minute Tabata before every weight session as well. So I think Tabata, like, it's definitely the most time efficient for busy professionals for 100%. Like if I had to do a quick lunch workout, if you need to do a quick lunch workout, strap for time, do it at home, do it in your bedroom, do it outdoors. You can do 8 sets. So one set is 20 seconds. You're doing an exercise, 10 seconds rest. Okay? So that's 30 seconds right there. Now you do that 8 times and that's a 4-minute full round. Now, you do that 20 seconds on of the squats, for example, and then you have 10 seconds rest, and then you go straight into squats again, or you can switch it up. You can have fun with it. Depending on your training history, training experience. I have fun with it personally, and I find it very, very effective in most facets, especially with fat burn, and yeah, it's really, really beneficial. Like if I had to pick one HIIT workout or one style, Tabata for sure. It will cover all bases when it comes to HIIT. And swimming just has really good benefits overall, even for your joints. Yoga is one of the hardest things I've done as well. Very beneficial. Very, very beneficial, especially with inflammation management and stretching, posture, which is a must subject for all the office workers and the people that work from home and everything. I worked for many years on the computer. Definitely need to. I'll be covering some supplemental stuff with posture, of course, and technique. Very important, especially for busy professionals. And you got to realize, the more older you are and you haven't been taking care of your posture, it compounds over time. Just like if you're healthy and you're active and you have a balanced, rich diet, it compounds over time. So does the bad things compound over time as well. Like your posture compounds over time. If you have a forward head posture, you're putting extra pressure on your neck. It's incredible how much pressure you actually put on the surrounding joints, where versus when you have a proper posture and head placement. So definitely you want to keep it interesting. You want to take care of your posture and explain. I might actually, since I'm already talking about posture, mix this lesson. I was originally going to have lesson 2 and lesson 3 separate, but I'm gonna combine the two because I'm already talking about posture. Let's keep the ball rolling. Now, when you have poor posture, automatically you're going to put yourself in a risky position when you're doing exercises, especially because it's kind of like when you think about a boxer. He's been training for years, usually when he's in his teens, and he's trained himself in a way where his body reacts on its own when it's subconscious. So when you lose focus, when you lose mindfulness, your body's always going to go to the posture it knows on default. So if your default posture is bad, you put yourself in a bad position, especially when, for example, a lot of exercises, say when you do bench press, you want to make sure your shoulders are in socket and you're really pushing in the right angle. When you're doing bicep curls, With the dumbbell, you want to make sure your elbows are locked and your shoulders are in line, and you're not putting too much pressure on your tendons. And yeah, it just compounds over time. So technique and posture is definitely a top priority. And this goes to show whenever you're trying a new workout, new style of workout, like I mentioned with HIIT yoga, swimming, or anything like that, just like how I did when I first joined the gym at 16, take your time. If it's your first time in a gym and you haven't done free weights before, aka dumbbells or barbells, take your time. Just take your time to learn the technique, use the machines only. It's completely fine. It's still very beneficial because everything is relative to your experience. If you haven't worked out before, more than likely, whichever machine you choose or however style you choose to work out is going to make a difference on you in a beneficial way because you haven't been working out. So anything you do will impact you. And then your body might adapt quicker than others. And then that's when you start progressing and you try new advanced moves, but you've got the foundation right and it's smooth sailing. So that's the gist of that. I want to talk about warm-ups and cool-downs. Now, for warm-ups, you want to warm up the muscles. You want to get the blood flowing. You want to get your body primed to put that pressure on the joints and stretch the muscles. It's like a rubber band. This is a perfect analogy. I actually haven't said this in a while, but you stretch a rubber band without warming it up first or like releasing its tension gradually, it's going to snap. That's how your muscles are. The elasticity, and if you're not hydrated, it's less elasticity, less stretchy, bad things can happen. Now, it's where warming up comes in, it helps that process, and you want to really warm your muscles up, specifically the muscles you're going to be working out especially. Now, on another note of warming up, specifically warming up, I use warm-ups not just for the mentions I just mentioned, but for a mental factor as well. When I enter a gym, I go 7 minutes on the elliptical machine, on the cross trainer, for 2 reasons. One reason is because you get a full hip extension. When you're on a treadmill, you don't get full hip extension in the hip flexor because you're getting a full leg extension on the elliptical. But the main reason I do a 7-minute warm-up specifically is because I get the mind right. For me, when I enter the gym, I'm going to war with myself. I'm going hard. And I already got my training journal and stuff like that. So I'm trying to just give you the gist of the crux that the gym and where you work out, if it's at home, is a very spiritual place as well. You know, people go to the gym to improve themselves. It's a very heavenly place, and in my eyes, and a lot of people go to the gym and they're facing their demons in their mind. So don't take it lightly, don't take it for granted. It's a privilege at the end of the day. I was working out the other day and a person on a wheelchair came in to work out with his social care worker, and it was very motivating and it very, very much inspired me. So don't take it for granted. Go hard. And I wouldn't say go home because if you're going hard, but if you're not going hard and you're working at home, you can't go home because you're already home. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. But yeah, so don't take it for granted. Keep it diverse, keep it variety, and definitely when you have variety, you don't get bored. You know, if you're doing the same workout program for 6 months, you're going to get probably bored. And you want to keep it interesting and test yourself in different ways. And when you switch up programs and you start switching exercises around, you start hitting your muscles from different angles, and you end up increasing symmetry. Because if you do one style of workout, you might not be, you might forget about the rear part of your shoulder because you'll be focusing on the front and the side too much. So this is where variety comes in. You start switching workouts and attending to your weaknesses. They become A1. So I'll leave it at that. Let's go.